everybody in their homes. You know why? We don't have any money left. We ran out of money. That's why the Federal Reserve now is printing more money. And until we have an audit, we don't even know what they're printing, right? These are simple questions that every accountant, I gotta get away from the mic here, I see something's buzzing. Every accountant knows. But since you don't have any accountants in Congress anymore, any real ones, nobody is asking these questions. Now let me show you something. Have you ever seen this book? This is the financial report of the United States government. Do you know this exists? You probably don't. This is the 2008 report. The fiscal year was September 30th, 2008. Now, guess where this started? This started with me. Because when I went to Congress, they didn't have a report for the people, for the United States of America. My firm, my old firm, Arthur Anderson, worked 5 years to come up with the report, did it for nothing after we did the audit of New York City because we were hired by the Secretary of Treasury. Remember the bankruptcy in New York City in 1975? Remember Big Mac? Well, that was my firm that was called in to put together the books for New York City. We had a leader in those days, head of the firm, who said, you know what? This is unbelievable that we had to do all this work just to get a financial statement for New York City. We should now go ahead, even though they're not paying for us, and do it for the United States of America. Let's piece together all these different entities and come up with the consolidated financial statements of the United States of America.
Did he vote for the troop in Iraq? We don't know.
76, 77,
Hi, how are you?
79, in 1980, they gave it to the U.S. Treasury, and the Treasury printed it as a prototype. Now it's put out annually. Okay? But, guess what? This is what I testified. You want to hear my testimony? You have my card in your hand. I asked them to hand out my card to everybody here. You have it? Show it to me. No, that's the book. Where's my card? I see them. Everybody has this card. Where are the rest of the cards, everybody? Where are those young people in the back?
Excuse me a second. Could you just film me for only 1 second?
Yes.
Just.
Because I want you to see my website.
This
Guess what
CNN
I call
report.
my foundation?
US.
Truth in Government. Like that? Truth in Government. And here it is, truthingovernment.com. I want you to go to that website, and I want you to see the video of my testimony 7 weeks ago in Washington. And guess what I told these guys 7 weeks, and women? There were 20 people on that. Hang on. Never know when your phone's going to ring. Okay. And guess what I told them? Because I brought the original statements from 1975 that a certified public accounting firm prepared. And guess what they took off when the Treasury took over the statement? They took off the liability for Social Security. And now the liability for Medicare is even bigger. And it's still not here. Guess what the liability for Social Security and Medicare is today? You may have seen it in the New York Times, Pete Peterson Foundation, $53 trillion. 53 trillion, and it's not on the books of the United States of America. Can you imagine that? Why? Look at, who's got my brochure? Open up the brochure to the middle, to the very middle. Look at the article in the very middle that I wrote for the National Law Journal. What's the title? Cooking the Nation's Books. This article uncovers all the gimmicks. It tells you it's all off the books. You remember Enron Corporation? Yeah. Enron? It doesn't exist anymore. Why? Doesn't it exist anymore? Because they played accounting games. They created what they call SPEs, Special Purpose Entities. They fool the accountants, they fool the people, and they put the debt and losses off the books and off the audit, so you didn't know